Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn 10th standard unit 3 prose empowered woman navigating the world. India's all-woman navy crew who went around the world in 254 days have shared their experiences about their great voyage in an interview. Through their personal experiences, we really come to know their hardships and unpredictable challenges they have faced all through their expeditions. Then interview asks the questions. What was the selection process? Aishwarya said, out of the 30 women who had applied, 6 of us were shortlisted. Based on the little survival skills we showcased. The crew was mentored by Commander Dilip Tonte, but I was told about the flares up at sea. I even had second thoughts about joining the team. Then interviewer asked, how did your family members react when you told them about these expeditions? Vatika Joshi said, our family members did have a hard time, but that was because most of them had never even seen the sea. 4 of us are from the mountains. The first time my parents saw the oceans was when I invited them to visit. But once they saw that we are doing well and looking after ourselves, they were quite supportive. They were apprehensive and supportive too. Then, how did your family members react when you told them about these expeditions? Then, Vatika Joshi said, our families did have a hard time, but that was because most of them had never even seen the sea. 4 of us are from the mountains. The first time my parents saw the ocean was when I invited them to visit. But once they saw that we are doing well and looking after ourselves, they were quite supportive. They were apprehensive and supportive too. Then interviewer asked the question, what were your aims and how did you work to achieve them? Vatika Joshi said, I wanted to make sure that I complete this journey with ultimate honesty. I didn't set out for a destination. It was the journey that mattered to me the most. So my contention was to make sure that we go by the rules of circumnavigation, which say that you don't have to use any auxiliary means of repulsion and you don't have to take anybody else's assistance. I grasped that completely. I wanted to make sure that I complete this journey with ultimate honesty. I didn't set out for a destination. It was the journey that mattered to me the most. So, my contention was to make sure that we go by the rules of circumnavigation, which say that you don't have to use any auxiliary means of repulsion and you don't have to take anybody else's assistance. I grasped that completely. Then interviewer asked, name that one quality of yours that enabled you to complete this expedition successfully. Vatika Joshi said, whenever the winds dropped, it wouldn't have taken me even a fraction of a second to switch on an engine and say, let's go 1 mile ahead. But inside of me, something packed me and said that you have to be honest with yourself and this expedition has to be done with honesty. I am glad that we were able to finish it successfully without the use of the engine at all. Then interviewer asked, as the head of the crew, how did you involve the team? Vartika Doshi said, we have all sailed and trained the same amount, and everybody has their own way of dealing with situations. But that was a good thing because we could discuss different ways of solving a problem and choose the best one. In fact, I would say it was easier for us to collaborate and work together. Payal Gupta said, when you are out at sea, teamwork is the most important in the middle of the crisis. Even during the storm, when 3 people would be out on watch, the other 3 who would be inside wouldn't be able to rest. Somebody would hit the water, the other person would hit the gloves because it was raining also. So, team effort actually helped in navigating through the 20 years long storm. I feel that if I had been alone, then it would have been a nightmare to deal with the challenges that the sea throws at sea. Interviewer, share your experiences about the most challenging task while sailing. Vartika Joshi said, the sea can get really tough. When winds are picking up, those are the times we have to be active and need to anticipate what could be there ahead. In the South Pacific, we encountered a storm where the seas were almost 9 to 10 meters high and the winds were picking up to 60 to 70 knots to 1 natural mile per hour exactly, which is about a hurricane force of wind on land. It is normal on sea where there is hardly and land mass to stop the winds. It was also a blissful experience when something broke down and after a lot of hard work and effort, we were able to fix it together. We will remember these incidents as well because it gave us the strength to move on, and if something went bad, we were able to overcome those challenges. Then interviewer asked, how adventurous was your trip? Vartika Joshi said, when we were crossing the Tasman Sea, we witnessed the brilliant southern lights from the sea. It was rare to watch that in those months, that too from the sea. We were absolutely awestruck as we were not expecting it to see the entire sky lit up in green light. There was bioluminescence, dolphins swimming in the wake of the boat like our neighbors, and a variety of sea creatures. We spotted a dead sperm whale once and we thought it was an island from a distance. It was so huge. We are not specialists, so whenever we spotted something in the sea, we had to Google it to learn more about the species. Then, interviewer asked, how did your crew spend time deep in the sea? Swati said, during circumnavigation, we picked up some hobbies and kept posting pictures of delicacies like golgappas and cakes. We also read books when the weather was pleasant and did some quilling and craft work. While team leader Joshi read comics and the Ramayana during the journey. I loved cooking as well, so I inculcated in baking. I also like crafting a lot. So I used to make lampshades. Then she said she loved it when people appreciate the food that she cooked. so that he gave my crew members the best dishes that was possible on land with the limited resources that they had on the boat. Then Vartika Joshi said, "Six is a great minimum. We were always entertained. We watched movies, listened to music, and you won't believe some of the goodies the crew rustled up in our tiny pantry. Even while sailing in rough seas, we made parathas, baked cakes and breads, and even made alwa and rasagullas. They celebrated festivals at the sea." Okay, students, I hope you are all understood this lesson. I will continue the remaining lesson to the next video. Thank you.